Hannah! Oh my God! It's Brandon! Hannah! I'm almost done! Lori! Okay. You can set that box right there.
Yes, of course.
I want to thank you, Lori, for all the work you've done around here. I used to wonder what it would be like to have a son, but with you around, I don't wonder as much.
Thank you, Miss Marsh. That's the sweetest thing you ever said to me. How are the patients doing?
Both are doing better, I'm happy to say.
That's good. Where's Joe?
I'll go get her. She's in the other room playing nursemaid to Father and Beth.
Tell her I have a plumbing bit of news.
What's your news, Teddy?
Well, I don't feel right until I've told you any plumbing news I get.
Oh, well then. Is it nice?
It's fanny nice.
Fire away then.
I know where Meg's glove is.
Is that it?
Wait till I tell you where.
Tell me then.
John Brooke has it.
How do you know?
I saw it.
Where?
Pocket. I asked him if they popped the question, and he said he was afraid to. He's so poor, and she's so young. Isn't it romantic?
No, it's horrid.
I thought you'd be pleased.
At the thought of anyone coming to take Meg away? No, thank you.
Someday you'll be happy when someone comes to take you away.
I'd like to see them try.
So would I. Come along and go ice skating with me and Amy on the river.
Since my ex-sister Amy doesn't exist, I don't see how I could possibly go skating with her.
Oh, come now. Amy has apologized 100 times for burning your journal. And it was your fault for not letting her come to the theater with us. She was furious with you.
I knew you'd take her side. I hate her, and I'll never speak to her again. Go away, Teddy.
Ouch! This will be the last day of the river then.
Good. Maybe you'll both fall her and drown.
I'm going skating with Lori, Marmy. Tell Father we'll stop at the office for mail.
Don't be late for dinner, Amy!
I won't be. Joe, won't you please come with us?
I'll kill you.
Was that shrieking I heard?
It was only Amy.
Oh.
I can't believe how she walks around like nothing ever happened.
Joe, don't let the sun go down into anger. Forgive your sister and begin again tomorrow.
I don't see how I'll ever be able to.
Joe.
I'm sorry, Mom. It's my dreadful temper. I get so savage when I'm in a passion. I can hurt anyone and enjoy it.
You get that from me, I'm afraid.
You. But you never get angry.
I've been trying to cure my temper for 40 years now, and I've only just managed to control it. I'm still working on not feeling the anger. That may take another 40 years. Was it just the fight with Amy that you're upset about?
No. Teddy told me Mr. Brooke has one of Meg's gloves.
How could he know that?
He saw it in his pocket. Isn't that a dreadful state of affairs?
Do you think Meg cares for him?
Oh, I don't know. In novels, girls show it by painting and acting like fools. Meg hasn't done any of that so far.
You think Meg is not interested in John?
Who?
Mr. Brooke. You started calling him that at the hospital.
I knew you'd take his side. He's been good to Papa, so you'll let him marry Meg. If he thinks he's going to steal her from right under
He
her
was perfectly open and honorable about Meg. He told us he loved her and only wanted to find out if she felt the same way.
I knew he was up to no good. I knew it. I wish I could marry him. Family.
Joe, it's perfectly natural and right for all of you to go to homes of your own time. I wish I could keep my girls here as long as I can, and I'm sorry this has happened so soon.
I planned on Meg marrying Teddy so she could live in luxury all her days.
I'd rather see my girls poor men's wives if they were happy than queens on thrones without self-respect.
I hate to see everything going all crisscross when a cut here and a snip there could straighten it out. I wish firm flat irons on our heads could keep us from growing up, but buds will be roses and kittens cats. More's the pity.
What's this about cats and kittens?
That?
Beth, what are you doing up? see to it that you want.
Well, Miss Jo, what did I tell you? Every day for 6 weeks you asked me if anything was in the mail for you, and I said the first day you didn't ask me, it would come.
Thank you, Hannah. A check for $100. I won the story contest.
A check for $100 for one story? I'm a little own business.
That's wonderful, Joe. But the Spread Eagle? Isn't that one of those magazines that publish those sensational stories?
Yes, Marmy. I know how you feel about the magazine that just paid your Jimmy's daughter $100, but I've got to start somewhere. And to be honest, I value this little note more because it tells me I have talent.
You have talent. I've told you that many times.
Yes, but you forgot the best thing. It's the $100 check. What will you do with such a fortune?
Send back and mother to the seaside for her birthday.
Oh, Joe, how wonderful. But I can't. It would be too selfish.
But I've set my heart on it. Marmy needs a change of scene, and she won't go anywhere without you, so you must go. Hurrah for Dr. Joe, who always cures her patients.
Joe, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Marmy.
Marmy, think about how wonderfully warm it would be by the sea.
Yes. Speaking of wonderfully warm, let's get you back to your nice warm bed. The doctor says you mustn't get another chill dose as you're getting better.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
Nothing in particular.
Looking for your John.
Don't say my John. It isn't proper or true. I've told you several times I don't care much for him. So let's just pretend that it's none of your business.
I hate waiting, so if you're gonna do something, get it over with quickly.
I can't say or do anything until he speaks. And he won't speak because Father says that I'm too young.
If he did speak, you wouldn't know what to say.
I'm not as silly and weak as you think. I know exactly what it is. And I've rehearsed it several times.
You've rehearsed it?
There's no telling what will happen, and I would like to be prepared for all eventualities.
Would you mind telling me what you would say?
Not at all. You're quite old enough to be my confidant. My experience will be useful to you by and by, in your own affairs concerned.
Are you going to tell me what you would say or not?
I would say quite calmly and decidedly, thank you, Mr. Brooke. You are very kind, but I agree with Father that I am far too young to enter any engagement at present. So, please, say a good word, and let's be friendly.
That's difficult enough. I don't believe you'll ever say it. And if he goes on like rejecting Gilbert's in books, you'll cave.
No, I won't. I shall tell him that I have made up my mind, and I shall walk out of the room with dignity. Anybody home?
Good morning. I've come for my umbrella. I mean, to see how your father finds himself.
Father's hanging behind the door, and your umbrella's in the study preparing Sunday service. I'll tell them both you're here.
Father, I'd like to see you. Please take a seat. I'll follow.
Don't go. Are you afraid of me, Margaret?
How can I be afraid of you when you've been so kind to Father? If only I could.
Shall I tell you how?
Oh, please, don't. I'd rather not.
I only want to know if you care for me a little bit. I love you so much, dear.
I don't know.
Will you try to find out? I want to know so much.
I'm too young.
I'll wait, and in the meantime, you could be learning to like me. Now, would that be such a hard lesson to learn?
Not if I choose to learn.
Please choose to learn. I'm a very good teacher, and this is easier than Latin.
I don't choose.
Do you really mean that?
Yes, I do. I don't want to worry about such things. I have so much on my mind, and Father says I don't have to. It's too soon, and I'd rather not.
You might change your mind. I'll wait and say nothing in the meantime until you've had enough time. Don't play with me, Meg. I thought you were above that.
Perhaps you don't know me as well as you think you do.
Anybody home? Where's everything?
What's this story?
That's Father's. I'm surprised to see you at lunch.
That's evident. What has Father's friend been saying to you to make you blush like a rose?
there's mischief going on around her. I insist upon knowing what it is.
Hush! Get free. Let me call Mother.
Just a moment, my dear. Tell me, do you need to marry this cook?
Brooke.
If you do not, one penny of my money goes to you. Remember that.
Asher married you nicely, St. Martin. You're free to do whatever you like with your own money.
Not any way to take my advice, Missy. You'll be sorry when you tried love and a kind and found it a failure.
People fail love who also live in grand houses.
Fair enough. Meg, be reasonable and take my advice. You don't want to spoil your whole life at the beginning. You should marry well and help the large family. It is your duty to make a rich man. It ought to be impressed upon you.
Father and Mother don't think so.
Your parents, my dear, they have no more worldly wisdom than this baby.
I'm flattered.
This Rook
Brooke.
is poor. Doesn't have a rich home.
No. But Mr. Lawrence is going to help him.
That won't last long. James Lawrence is a disagreeable and crotchety old frog who must always have his own way.
Did you hear someone calling?
What? No.
I think I heard the pot calling the kettle.
I heard nothing. Pay attention. Oh yes. Tell me, do you mean to marry a man with no money, business, or position, working harder than you know, whom you might be comfortable along with by minding me and doing better? I thought I had more sense than that.
How dare you say such a thing? I would marry anyone that wanted money. My John would marry money more than I would. I'm not afraid of being poor, yet I've been happy so far. And I know he shall love me because I
wash my hands of this whole affair. You are a willful child. You lost more than you know with this piece of folly. I'm disappointed. And although I came to see your poor ailing father, I don't have the spirit to cheer him up now. Don't expect any help from me when you're married. Mr. Kirk's friends can take care of you now. I'm done with you forever!
It's Brooke.
I could come here. Thank you for defending me. And if Aunt March hadn't stormed off, I'd thank her too for proving that you do care for me. A little anyway.
I didn't know how much until she said those awful things about you.
Then I can stay.
Yes, John.
Sister Joe, congratulate us.
Help! Help! Mother! Father! John Brooke is acting dreadfully. And Meg likes it.
Oh, dear. I'm so happy for you. John, welcome to the family. Let's go tell Father about it.
The family. It's starting to unravel. What next?
Joe, help me get Amy to the fire. She fell for the accident
Amy,
now.
are you all right?
Yes, just very cold. Lori saved my life, Joe. He saved my life. He was so brave, you should have seen him.
That's my Teddy. What happened?
Well, Lori told me to stay close to the shore, but I drifted too far to the center and the rotten ice broke under me and I went right under. For a few seconds, which seemed like hours, the current took me away from the break in the surface and I was trapped under the ice. And next thing I knew, Lori's arms were around me and he was hauling me out of the water. I'm starting to feel better.
How are you feeling?
Good. Okay.
What were you thinking while you were under the ice?
Oh, it was terrifying. I didn't know what to do. Thank goodness Lori was there. I'm not sorry for bringing her down. I thought a lot about what I did. I realize now it wasn't even because you wouldn't bring me to the theater.
Why?
It's because you were going somewhere with Lori. I was jealous.
You were jealous. Of Lori? You burned my journal because you were jealous of Lori. Amy, that's not a very good reason at all.
I know that now.
Joe?
Let's never fight over boys again. Especially Lori.
You do realize he's standing right here.
I'm starting to get the feeling back in my head.
Good. We better have an army take a look at it. We don't need another disaster. Oh, Teddy, I won the story contest and got a check for $100.
Congratulations, I knew you could do it.
$100? We're rich!
Oh, and
You, John Brooke, take Margaret March to be your lawfully wedded wife.
I do.
And do you, Margaret March, take John Brooke to be your lawfully wedded husband.
Oh, I do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Christopher Columbus!